you ever sit there knowing somebody has every reason not to trust you anymore? And the worst part is, you can't even fully defend yourself. Because deep down, you know you played a role in it. Lately, I've been thinking about trust in general, though. Not just relationships, but culture too. Because honestly, we live in a time where everybody says trust matters, but everything around us kind of teaches us not to trust anybody. And maybe that's why people are so emotionally exhausted now. Everybody's watching each other. Everybody's questioning each other. Everybody has opinions about everybody else's situation. But nobody really talks about the emotional cost once trust gets damaged. So today, we're going to talk about it. Let's go.
You are now listening to The Cost of Culture.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Cost of Culture podcast, hosted by yours truly, Chris Harrison. This is the podcast where we break down the price behind trends, habits, emotions, and conversations that shape modern culture. And today, this one's a little different. This really isn't a sneaker episode. It isn't a gaming culture episode. This isn't algorithms or hype beast conversation. This one is personal, but also bigger than me at the same time, because trust affects everything now. Relationships, friendships, brands, social media, gaming communities, group chats, celebrities, even the way we present ourselves online. And honestly, I think culture has made trust way more complicated than it used to be. I started thinking about trust like currency recently. People spend it too fast, people abuse it, people waste it, people ask for more of it after they've already broken it. And once trust is damaged, everything emotionally becomes more expensive. Conversations cost more, reassurance costs more, peace costs more, and communication costs more. Even silence costs more. That's the crazy part that nobody talks about. Because once somebody starts questioning your intention, even normal moments begin to feel heavy. And I'm not going to sit up here and act perfect either. I think accountability is important. Like real accountability. No fake internet accountability where people apologize because they got caught or because they want to save face. I mean, genuinely looking in the mirror and realizing, yeah, I contributed to that situation. That's uncomfortable. Especially because sometimes you realize the damage after the moment has already happened. But another thing culture has normalized is opinions. Everybody has opinions now. Twitter opinions, TikTok opinions, relationship podcast opinions. Everybody's a damn therapist now, apparently. Everybody's diagnosing people. Everybody's calling people narcissists. Everybody's saying leave immediately after hearing 14 seconds of context. And I think the internet accidentally trained people to judge situations faster than they understand them. That's dangerous. Think about how quickly people form opinions now. A screenshot gets posted, everybody picks a side instantly. A celebrity scandal happens, everybody becomes morally superior for fucking 48 hours. Somebody makes a mistake online and suddenly the comments become a courtroom. But real life isn't always that clean. Sometimes people hurt people they genuinely love. Sometimes people make selfish decisions without realizing the emotional fallout until later. Sometimes people have unresolved issues they never heal from themselves. Mind you, that doesn't excuse the behavior, but it does make life more complicated than social media likes to admit. And honestly, maybe that's why trust feels so fragile now. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm preaching or complaining or anything like that, but I feel like phones changed everything. Think about relationships before constant access existed. People used to disappear for 45 minutes to an hour and nobody panicked. Now somebody doesn't text back in 45 minutes and culture has already convinced us something's wrong. I mean, we have read receipts now, we have active statuses, we have snap maps, sharing location, last seen timestamps, blah, blah, blah. We've basically turned reassurance into surveillance. And honestly, I don't even fully know if that's even healthy, because now trust isn't just emotional, it's technological. People just don't trust your words anymore. They trust your patterns, your notifications, your consistency, and your online behavior. And when trust is already damaged, every little thing feels suspicious. A delayed response becomes a problem. A missed call becomes a problem. A change in energy becomes a problem. That's exhausting for everybody involved. Real quick though, shout out to today's sponsor, Pair of Thieves. Y'all already know how I rock with Pair of Thieves heavy. Socks, underwears, tees, all of it. Comfortable, clean, quality pieces without feeling basic. And honestly, when life is already stressful, emotional, the least you can do is make sure your fit is comfortable. So if you want to support a podcast and upgrade your essentials, use code BC-ChristopherH368 for 15% off your first order. Again, that's BC-ChristopherH368 at Pair of Thieves. Now let's get back to the episode. So let's talk about another cost. The cost of being misunderstood. One thing I've been realizing lately, sometimes people only get to see your worst moments. Not your growth, not your intention, not even your full character. They only see just the mistakes. And honestly, sometimes they're justified in feeling how they feel. That's what makes rebuilding trust so difficult, because once somebody emotionally associates pain with you, it changes how they process everything. And maybe the hardest part is understanding that somebody can still love you and still struggle to trust you at the same time. That's heavy, because people think love automatically repairs damage, but trust and love don't always move at the same speed. I mean, just for a second, look at it from the culture point of view. Brands lose trust all the time. Car companies release cars that aren't 100% safe. Celebrities get exposed. Influencers get called out for their fake authenticity. And what happens? People stop believing the message, because trust is basically reputation with emotion attached to it. And speaking of growth, I want to say thank you to everybody supporting the Cost of Culture podcast on YouTube right now. All episodes are officially available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and now YouTube. And for everybody asking about visuals, trust me, they're coming. I just want to build this the right way. One thing at a time, one improvement at a time, one level at a time. I mean, I don't want to rush the visual side just to say I did it. I want it to actually feel like a brand. So if you rock with the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel at The Real Cost of Culture. Thank you. I really appreciate you, and I love you all. Let's get back to the show. So another thing I think culture struggles with is the difference between accountability and permanent shame. Because yes, people should take responsibility, but I also think the internet made people addicted to punishment. Sometimes people don't want growth anymore, they want humiliation. And if we're being honest, most people asking for grace online probably wouldn't survive their own mistakes becoming public either. That's real. I think trust might be one of the most expensive things to rebuild. because you can't buy it back quickly. You can't force it back. You can't pressure someone into healing faster. You can't argue somebody back into emotional safety. You, and I mean you and I, you have to just show up consistently long enough for somebody to decide if they want to believe you again. And honestly, maybe rebuilding trust starts with accepting that healing moves slower for the person you hurt than it does for the person who's trying to fix it. And that's probably hard to sit with. But maybe that part is the cost too, you know? This has been another episode of the Cost of Culture podcast, and I'm your host, Chris Harrison. And remember, everybody wants honesty until honesty costs something. Peace.
Like, subscribe, and follow The Cost of Culture.